Unpopular opinions. This is episode 2, and we're gonna crush the the dreams, the notions that certain collectors have again here in this video because yeah, so a lot of people, I hear a lot of people, I should say that Starlight rares are the highest rarity in Yu-Gi-Oh! And that is major cope because that is completely wrong, first of all. But in this video, we're going to find out which rarity is technically the highest rarity. Also, by the way, if you did not know, QCRs are going away, right? And Starlights are going to be replacing them. So if you don't know the whole history, Starlight rares were exclusive to main sets, and there were only 5 cards available as QCRs, or sorry, as Starlights. Wow, I gotta stop calling stuff QCR blindly because they're gone, guys. They're gone. But they then made their way into other sets. I think the first set was a Battles of Legends set, Crystal's Revenge, I think, and there were 10 or so Starlights in that case. And then after a while, the 25th anniversary popped up, and Konami started printing QCRs and stopped printing Starlights. So Starlights were very, very rare in main sets. Started making their way less rare in the side sets, and then they got replaced by QCRs. But now QCRs are going away, and they're being replaced by Starlights again with the same pull rate. So there's going to be 25 instead of 5, the original, in the main sets. And also it seems like they're going to be in other sets as well as 25 as well. So by the end of this year, there's like, oh, also, by the way, the Tins are also getting Starlights, right? So by the end of the year, there's going to be at least like 75 new Starlights added to the repertoire, if you will, of Starlights. So yes, let's go ahead and get started here. So obviously the least rare is going to be common, short prints, ultra rare, secret rare, all this stuff. So we're going to get to the juicy stuff over here. Starlight rares as of right now, 90 printings. So again, by the end of the year, it's going to be at least 75 more. So it's probably going to be more. It's going to be closer to 200 printings, and that's a bad. That if you consider something to be high, I guess we'll talk definitions here, right? If you consider something high rarity or the highest rarity, if it has very short printings of that rarity, then you're going to be incorrect in this case because Starlight rares will be very common compared to other rarities that we're going to touch here in a little bit. Now, if you consider Starlight rares to be the highest rarity because they are expensive on average, well, in that case, as of right now, I agree with you because, I mean, we can look here. These are very expensive cards. Like, actually, a lot of the value was lost in these, now that I think of it. This was like a $200 card at a point. This was above $200 at a point. So there's some loss of value in there as well, guys. So if you're in that school of thought where highest rarity just means highest value, it might not be the case soon, especially when more Starlight rares hit the scene, right? If you oversaturate the market with more Starlight rares, then obviously the value of other Starlight rares will also drop a little bit. So yeah, 90 listings so far, or 90 printings so far, and I think the highest value was like around 300. So let's go and see the lower ones here. So there's promos we're gonna skip. Gold Secret Rare. What the hell is this? This is a very oh, this is from the movie pack. Okay, I think. Or some of these look like from the movie pack. So this is like a very gaudy, very posh, very like a lot of people are not going to like this rarity. We'll go with that. And I mean, it is technically lower printings than Starlight rares, but the value is very bad. So I think we're gonna skip this one, right? If we're gonna be fair to these collectors and their cope, we have to be a little bit. We have to be fair. Now, ghost rares. Now here's something where some people do say ghost rares are the highest rarity. Okay, they're at least higher rarity than Starlights. I'll give them that. The value is there. I mean, holy shit, the highest value one is I think this is the misprint though. Yeah. Oh my god, what? As a near, I did not know this, guys. Holy shit, that's actually That's if you have one, kudos. Send it to me for free. This is a near miss, should be like 600 bucks. Yeah. Okay. Oh, ooh. Has a small blue ink dot. Wait, I might be buying something here, guys. I'm just kidding. It's French. Ugh. French. I'm gonna summon Dark Magician that's gonna surrender for me? No, thank you. Okay, so we're getting close, guys. Ghost rares. If you think ghost rares are the highest rarity, in both definitions, it makes sense. It has a lot fewer printings than Starlights, and it will like once Starlight rares go terminal, it's going to be a huge difference, right? Like you're going to have half as many Starlights as Ghost rares in this case. So also the value is there if you believe in that definition. So Ghost rares are pretty nice. I'll concede there. Ghost rares are higher rarity than Starlights. Parallel rare. I think these are like the Hobby League, is it? Yeah. So these are more obscure, very few listings, and less printings than Ghost rares, but the value isn't there, right? Like the highest value, the more valuable card. The most valuable card is $88, but they are old too, guys. So I mean, the value should be there. Maybe it just doesn't have the market. So if you want to consider that higher rarity than ghost rares, that is on you. I kind of wouldn't think they are. But okay, so moving on here to Pharaoh rares. This is my personal opinion as the highest rarity in the set. So there are two variants, Ultra and Secret Rare. And if you use both variants, it's going to be a 42 printings. And is that lower than Ghost Rare actually? Yes, barely, barely. And the value is there, right? So in both definition, it has very few printings and the value is there. But unfortunately, this is more modern, right? The Ghost Rares have been around for like 20-ish years. Actually, I don't even know. Maybe, yeah, 20 years. Holy shit. About 20 years because they were around Phantom Darkness, and Phantom Darkness is almost 20 years old. Holy shit, man. These are old as fuck. These cards are old. Yu-Gi-Oh's old. Okay, so the yeah, the value is there, right? Clearly. And this is a more modern set. This came out less than 5 years ago, 12 listings. The value is there. There's less printings. The value is definitely there with the Dark Magician Girl. Holy shit. The value is still there with the whatchamacallit, dude. And all around, I mean, I see a lot of value. Mirror Force Ultra Fair Rares, $149, 145 listings, 3 listings, 5 listings. Out of fucking stock, bro. Holy shit. Okay, so this one was sold, last sold for 151. Oh, that ain't bad actually for something that is no longer listed. 4 listings, 16 listings, Secret Fair Rare of a god. This one, I think there were more printings of the gods. So there's 3 sets that printed the Pharaoh Rare. It is King's Court that printed 3, and then Magnificent Maven that printed like 18, I think. And King's Court, I think, printed more Pharaoh Rares, so there's more in the market. But even the 3 listings for a Secret Pharaoh Rare Winged Dragon of Ra, holy shit, 198 as near mint because that's Japanese and it's fake. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, that is crazy. Okay, so in both regards, right? This is a more we have to, I think, be a little bit realistic here. This is a more modern set. And to be honest, I think Pharaoh rares are still kind of clicking in people's minds that they're valuable. So it's still a little bit early in its life, but the value is there. Very few printings, fewer than ghost rares. Okay, I might be correct here, guys. I might be correct. Let's move on here. We got a platinum rare. What happened to the Pharaoh rares actually? Dual terminal technology ultra rare. Oh, okay. This is from Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1. We've only had one Chapter 1, and these are very easy to get. They aren't like with the Magnificent Maven stuff, right? You were not guaranteed something in a case. I think you were guaranteed like at least 50 of these in one case. And yeah, so we're gonna move on. I think everyone can agree that's not a high rarity in both in terms of value. I mean, I guess in terms of actual printings, yes, but I mean, come on, no one wants that. Okay, Ghost Gold Rare. I think I'm gonna attribute this more to Ghost Rares to be honest, because they're definitely more Ghost than gold. You know what I'm saying? Like these are ghost rares, but like with a different kind of perk. So I mean, there's definitely more listings and they're less valuable here as well. So we're just gonna group them with ghost rares. We're gonna be a little bit lazy here, and then obviously there's only one printing of this. So okay, I think we can conclude here that the Starlight cope is definitely real, right? We saw. Let's go back here to the Starlights real quick because I do want to be as fair as possible. We didn't really see the value too much, and we are sorting by highest. Could have sworn there were some. And I think it was this one. Yeah, this was 800 bucks. It got banned though, so. I mean, once it was banned, the collectability wasn't there. It's just a shiny card at that point. And the other thing that the Starlights have going against it is they have to compete with QCRs, and Starlights will be continued to be printed until Konami stops. But we know QCRs are done, right? So now QCRs have a nice little perk where they're not going to be printed anymore, and they're tied to an anniversary as well. Starlights are just shiny cards. Like they are QCRs, not tied to an anniversary, and they're going to be printed in perpetuum or however the hell you say that word, right? In perpetuity. But yeah, I think we can conclude two things here, right? Starlight rares are clearly not the highest rarity. I don't know where this cope comes from. I think it was because they were really expensive at one point. We can see here, but the fact that the same card got reprinted as a QCR, which hurts it. Like they're very similar rarities, right? We might as well group them like we did with the gold ghost rares or whatever the hell they're called. Um, the second point is the people that claim ghost rares are the highest rarity are not far off because there is value there. It seems like there's more value than these Starlights. There's obviously less printings, but then I think I am correct that's in saying that fair rares are technically the highest rarity right now with 30 to 40. So depending on how you say or rationalize the printings, it's either 21 printings or 42 printings. I'm gonna go with 42 because there is a clear distinction between ultra fair rares and secret fair rares, and there's a different market for both. Like for example, the ultra fair rares might be more expensive in one set, but less expensive in another set because they're harder to get. But I think people, once they start realizing how obscure Pharaoh rares are, and especially if Konami doesn't print them ever again, the mindset will shift from Starlights being the highest printing to Pharaoh rare being the highest printing, or at the very least, the consensus being Ghost rares maybe being the highest printing. Because Starlights, I'm gonna be honest, guys, that's insane cope. We're gonna get 200 plus by the end of the fucking year alone, and the value just doesn't seem to be there. Catch you guys later. Big thank you to the channel members, Eric Moreno and Burn My Dread. You guys rock.